Welcome to this profound journey through the Book of Ruth, one of the most touching and inspiring stories in the Old Testament. A story of loss, loyalty, love, and redemption. Ruth's journey from a Moabite widow to the great-grandmother of King David is a testament to divine providence and faith. Let us embark on this remarkable narrative together. Chapter 1. Tragedy and Loyalty. In the days when the judges ruled Israel, a great famine struck the land. A man named Elimelech, along with his wife Naomi and their 2 sons, left Bethlehem in search of food, settling in the land of Moab. There, tragedy struck. Elimelech died, leaving Naomi a widow. Her sons married Moabite women, Orpah and Ruth, but after 10 years, both sons also perished. Naomi was left alone with her daughters-in-law, devastated by the loss. Hearing that the famine in Bethlehem had ended, Naomi decided to return home. She urged Orpah and Ruth to stay in Moab, to find new husbands and rebuild their lives. Orpah tearfully agreed, but Ruth refused to leave Naomi's side. With unwavering devotion, she declared, "Do not urge me to leave you or to turn back from following you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God." Thus, Ruth and Naomi set out for Bethlehem together, bound by love and faith. Chapter 2. Ruth meets Boaz. Upon arriving in Bethlehem, Ruth sought to provide for Naomi. She went to glean in the fields, gathering leftover grain behind the harvesters. By divine providence, she found herself in the field of Boaz, a kind and wealthy man from the family of Elimelech. Boaz noticed Ruth's diligence and inquired about her. When he learned of her devotion to Naomi, he was moved. He approached Ruth and said, "My daughter, do not go to another field. Stay with my workers and gather here. I have commanded the men not to harm you, and when you are thirsty, drink from the water jars they have filled." Grateful, Ruth bowed before Boaz and asked why he showed her such kindness. Boaz replied, "It has been fully reported to me all that you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband. May the Lord repay you for your work, and may you be richly rewarded by the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge." Chapter 3. The Threshing Floor. As the harvest season continued, Naomi saw an opportunity for Ruth's future. She instructed Ruth to approach Boaz at the threshing floor after he finished working and lay down at his feet. That night, Boaz awoke startled and found Ruth at his feet. She humbly asked him, "Spread the corner of your garment over me, since you are a kinsman-redeemer." Boaz, honoring Ruth's virtue, promised to do all he could. However, another relative had a closer claim to redeem Naomi's land and marry Ruth. Boaz assured Ruth that he would resolve the matter by morning. Chapter 4. Redemption and Restoration. At the town gate, Boaz met the relative with the first right of redemption. The man declined, fearing it would endanger his inheritance. Seizing the opportunity, Boaz declared before the elders, "I acquire from Naomi all that belonged to Elimelech and his sons. I also take Ruth the Moabitess as my wife to carry on the name of the deceased." The elders and witnesses blessed Boaz, saying, "May Ruth be like Rachel and Leah, who together built the house of Israel." Thus, Boaz and Ruth were married, and soon Ruth bore a son named Obed. The women of Bethlehem rejoiced, praising God, saying, "Naomi has a son." Obed would later become the grandfather of King David, from whose lineage came Jesus, the Messiah. The conclusion of the legacy of Ruth. The story of Ruth is one of unwavering faith, divine provision, and redemption. From tragedy to triumph, Ruth's journey reminds us that God's plans are greater than our suffering. Her faithfulness positioned her in the lineage of kings and ultimately the Savior of the world. May we, like Ruth, walk in faith, trusting in the provision of God, knowing that even in life's darkest moments, He is weaving a beautiful story of redemption. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful biblical stories. May God bless you.